Central Florida. It's Indie Originals Live with your hosts, Felicia and Fresh. Tonight's musical guests, a bunch of incredibly talented indie artists you may not have heard of before, but who will most likely be tomorrow's biggest stars.
Driving all night to get out of this fight, to get out of this world, the one we've messed up. I've been taking all night, now I wanna get high, cause I'm still saying these words, the ones I never heard. But how could it change my mind? I think I will just stay blind. Oh, I know sometimes I can't lie, sometimes I lose control, but I don't want to think about it. I know I can make you cry, sometimes I can't be bad, but I don't want to think about it. All night to get her out of my mind. All these beautiful words, the ones that make it worth. But how could it change my mind? I think I will just stay blind. Oh, I know sometimes I can't lie, sometimes I lose control, but I don't want to think about it. I know I can make you cry, sometimes I can't be bad, but I don't want to think about it. But how could I change my mind? I think I will just stay blind. I know sometimes I can't lie, sometimes I lose control, but I don't want to think about it. I know I can make you cry, sometimes I can't be bad, but I don't want to think about it.
From beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada, that was Alexia Langis. She's a multi-instrumentalist, which to those of you who are playing along at home means she plays multiple instruments. People ask me that all the time. What does that even mean? It's because she plays a lot of instruments. And she sings, too. It's the coolest thing, man, because your voice is an instrument. Anyway, she wants to guide you in another world with strong lyrics, like you just heard, and great music like Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, maybe Tori Kelly. And her new EP, To Know Me, is now available everywhere. You can get great music, including iTunes and Spotify. So that's Alexia Langis with a beautiful little track. We love it here. It's called We Are. And this is Indie Originals Live. My name is Chuck Fresh. Felicia B is on assignment this week. She is actually ramping up the production of a couple of new independent channels here. We're going to do one for books. A complete podcast for books, a weekly podcast featuring authors and author interviews, and also an independent movie channel, which we'll talk about. I think that's going to be video. We're still working out the details on that, but featuring Jake Estrada, director and producer Jake Estrada, who will helm that. along with me. I'll be sitting in on that one, and those will all be showing up. You'll see those pop up on our Indie Originals podcast and radio broadcast and video on our YouTube channel. That'll all be coming up real soon, right here on IOL. This is episode number 30. Thanks again for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. You can find us anywhere. Find our website with all the links to Spotify, to iTunes, to YouTube, to Spreaker. God knows where else we are. A whole bunch of other podcast providers, too. Everywhere in the world, this is global, and we also air on 15 radio stations all over the United States every Friday night at 9 p.m. So if you're tuning on the air, thanks for listening. And again, tell your friends about us. The best independent music the globe has to offer. Really, it's really the best music in the world, and you'll keep listening. You'll find out why. We've got 29 previous episodes, including a couple of best of. I always tell a lot of people, if you're going to start on this program, listen to episodes 17 and 18. Those are our best of 2018, and it's really a great place to start because the music is just mind-blowing good on those two shows. It's always mind-blowing good, but on those two shows, man, those indie artists really nail it, and that's something you should be hearing on Top 40 Radio, and I guarantee you will soon. Remember the Indie Originals live talent competition going on now. The Indie Con happens in Central Florida on June 15th, so you didn't get tickets, or if you want more information, or if you want to enter your band in IndieCon or the Indie Originals talent competitions, visit www.indieoriginalslive.com. Still accepting entries through, I think, the end of May. Got a little bit of time left on that. Let's get back to some music, shall we? Hey, listen, maybe you guys aren't in Kansas anymore, but all from nothing, this next band is from Emporia, Kansas. A four-piece with influences from the 60s up to the early 2000s. And man, a great rockin' song. You're going to dig this. This is called Space. The artist is All From Nothing. This is IOL.
You could say that I have pushed myself away, needing space to find my thoughts.
Genius, okay? I can tell you that there is no collusion when I say Indie Originals Live is the best program. Well, outside of Sean Hannity, but that's another story, believe me. Chuck Fresh is the Tim Apple of indie music. And listen, I'm not the only dictator who listens to indie originals either. Putin, Kim, Xi, Duterte, Dick Cheney, they all listen to indie originals live with Chuck Fresh and Felicia. Pathetic Pandora, fake music. Angry Apple, fake music. It's really a conspiracy when you think about it. So don't let your country down. Make music great again. Listen to indie originals live.
You are tuned to the hottest indie music source in the entire world. This is Indie Originals Live. IOL. With your host, legendary DJ and performance artist, Chuck Fresh.
Everybody's rock and roll sweetheart. Said for 50 I could join the band, and for 50 more she would listen to my story and build my confidence. She said dance just for today, dance till you're not afraid. If you're feeling outgunned and you wanna run, we could dance the night away. I'm growing weary of the situation, and I wonder if we stand a chance. The signal's getting crossed, more money for the boss. Nobody really has a plan. And while the talking heads keep on talking, and the boots they hit the ground, I have to remember what the sweet girl said when she turned my head around. She said, dance just for today, dance till you're not afraid. If you're feeling outgunned and you wanna run, you can dance the night away. And I don't know how, in a world so heartless, she could rise above it all. When the ocean waves they start rising and the rivers all run dry, I run straight through the ruins of the city streets to kiss that girl goodbye. To dance just for today, dance till you're not afraid. When you're feeling outgunned and you wanna run, you can dance the night away. Why don't we dance just for today, and dance till you're not afraid. If you're feeling outgunned and you wanna run, you can dance the night away. Yeah, if you're feeling outgunned and you wanna run, you can dance the night away.
Yeah! Fred Lessman and the Backroad Warriors. I keep thinking Les Nessman from WKRP in Cincinnati, but you're probably not old enough to remember that. But the name of the band is Fred Lessman and the Backroad Warriors. A great song called Outgunned. They're from St. Helena, California. And, man, what a great little sound, man. Kind of a punchy little thing. It reminded me of somebody. I don't want to say Elvis Costello, but somebody along those lines. Just real cool little punchy things. Really hook-laden songs, and man, you just feel it. You just want to play that over and over again in your car. Fred Lessman, Outgunned on Indie Originals Live. Lots of great new music coming up. Stick around.
Authors, filmmakers, producers, anybody that has anything to do with creating independent stuff, comic book authors, musicians. Make sure you take advantage of the 2019 Indie Originals Live Talent Competition, going on now at www.indieoriginalslive.com. This is your exclusive opportunity to become an official award-winning independent creator to use that in your marketing. Enter today at www.indieoriginalslive.com.
'Cause 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 'c
This is IOL.
This next artist is like 22, 23 years old, out of not too far from here, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And man, wait to hear this guy's soulful voice and just these crystalline melodies. That's what it says on his profile, but you know, like a crystalline melody. But once you listen to it, man, there's no other word. It is crystalline for sure. Alex DiLeo. He's out of, again, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We should have him up here on the show. Dig this guy. This song is called Underneath the Covers. Alex DiLeo on IOL.
So I've been thinking about wasting time with you, so high and loving every moment of this view. Oh my, can't get enough of waking up with you. Oh my, so I keep falling for you, keep falling, keep falling. Everything around me's falling on this new high underneath the covers. And oh my, caught up with my lover, yeah, she's underneath the covers, underneath the covers. Long drives, get ourselves away from all the eye. Long night, in places no one else will ever find. Oh my, feels like time is never on our side. Oh my, so I keep falling for you, keep falling, keep falling. Everything around me's falling on this new high underneath the covers. And oh my, caught up with my lover, yeah, she's underneath the covers, underneath the covers. We've got every right to say we were never meant to run away, but for you I'll always stay. Said for you I'll always stay. Everything around me's falling on this new high underneath the covers. And oh my, caught up with my lover, yeah, she's underneath the covers, underneath the covers. Everything around me's falling on this new high underneath the covers. And oh my, caught up with my lover, yeah, she's underneath the covers, underneath the covers.
Hey all, Big J in the house. The Lord has a special place in his heart for indie music. That's why he hath bestowed upon thee Indie Originals Live, the award-winning #1 podcast for indie music. He and I have blessed that Felicia and her sidekick, Chuck Fresh, with the gift of recognition. These fine souls have the unique gift of being able to choose the most amazing indie music on earth. It's biblical, man. Look, don't take my word for it. Listen for yourself. Indie Originals Live. Available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, and everywhere great podcasts are heard. Thanks, y'all. Bless you. Jesus out.
This is IOL.
Woman from the starting line, you had the jump on me. Booty bouncing like a crime, make money fade away. Ooh, it was a hot day, hot as I remember. Maybe it was a cool way.
You just pretended to see my face. You just pretended to see my face. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. We're only, we're only, we're only, we're only animals. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. Can we have some company? It's a new experience. She's bending like the wind through trees. Damn, she's experienced. Ooh, it was a hot day. How does I remember? Maybe it was a cool way. You just pretended to see my face. You just pretended to see my face. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. We're only, we're only, we're only, we're only animals. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. We're only, we're only, we're only animals. It's only, it's only, it's only, it's only natural. From the starting line, you had the jump on me.
Yeah, like that song, Eno Reeves, called Only Animals. And bro's from Darwin, which is it's actually the capital of Australia's Northern Territory, which I think is the warm part of Australia, a little closer to the equator. We've got saltwater crocodiles. It's a gateway to the massive Kakadu National Park. I just wanted to say Kakadu on national radio. Great beaches and green areas, big parks and museums and art galleries. Man, we got to get out there. Check that place out, right? Southern Asian and Pacific art. And some really, really neat seafaring vessels out there. It looks like a little port town in Australia. Darwin, Australia. I guess there's nothing else to do out there but write great music, as we heard from Eno Reeves. And a great track called Only Animals. My name is Chuck Fresh. This is Indie Originals Live. And we've got more terrific music by independent artists that you may or may not have heard of. Some of this stuff you're surprised. Some of the people have heard some of these songs. And if you did, hey, man, bully for you because you're paying attention to the right stuff. Like this. 4 college sophomores. Actually, they could be juniors by now. But they are no blushing debutantes, man. At just 8 years old, pint-sized lead singer Tegan Dean was belting out country songs and talent shows. And then, as she does now, displays a shocking disproportionality between her physical size and her vocal power. She attributes it to maybe years of competitive soccer, but who knows? She packs a punch, right? Caleb Lejeune, the guitarist, keyboardist, Robert Beverly, drummers Caleb, and bassist Hunter Evans. They spent much of their young lives training classically on things like the stand-up bass, piano, and guitar, right? And then, they got together and they formed a garage grunge band called the Bliss Trip. And they got a little bit of media attention. And then, they decided, let's turn this thing around and become something called Barefoot Modern, which is what they are now. And at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, I guess they're playing all over the place up there. And man, wait till you hear this song, right? This is called Lovely Stain. The artist is Barefoot Modern. You're going to dig this, man. This is Chuck Fresh on Indie Originals Live. Let's kick it.
Breathe in a real deep breath. Push the monsters off your bed. Return to normal. Let me see you dance and sing. Let the wind paint pictures with your hair and spread sweet scents throughout the air. Borrow money from those you call your friends, the ones from dreams and from your head. I'll show you something wonderful if you give me the time of day. Please show me something wonderful. Let your lips leave a lovely stain, hanging out the windows. Sometimes buildings, sometimes cars. I wish my feet weren't tired, so we could run around the yard. Show me what you think is right, and I will show you what is fun. We'll see what's here is now, but what's done is never done. I'll show you something wonderful if you give me the time of day. Please show me something wonderful. Let your lips leave a lovely stain. Please tell me what you're thinking now. I can hardly read your lips, let alone your mind. I want you to be mine, please be mine. I'll show you something wonderful if you give me the time of day. Please show me something wonderful. Let your lips leave a lovely stain. I'll show you something wonderful if you give me the time of day. Please show me something wonderful. Let your lips leave a lovely stain.
You found it. The hottest source for all new original music you haven't heard anywhere else. This is Indie Originals Live, IOL, with your host Chuck Fresh. We'll be back with more killer tunes right after these short words. Authors, filmmakers, producers, anybody that has anything to do with creating independent stuff, comic book authors, musicians. Make sure you take advantage of the 2019 Indie Originals Live Talent Competition, going on now at www.indieoriginalslive.com. This is your exclusive opportunity to become an official award-winning independent creator to use that in your marketing. Enter today at www.indieoriginalslive.com. You are tuned to the hottest indie music source in the entire world. This is Indie Originals Live. IOL. With your host, legendary DJ and performance artist Chuck Fresh. You too can hear your own original music here on IOL. Visit our website for details, indieoriginals.com, or swing by our Facebook page at Indie Originals.
Victoria's Flight with a killer song called Cash Money. Not much on these guys either. It says Matt Craig Band, Glasgow. That's it. That's all you need, because when you got a song as cool as Cash Money, that's all you need to do is just Matt Craig, Victoria's Flight is all you need. Look it up on Spotify, buy the EP, and enjoy the rest of those tracks, man. Rockin' little track. Speaking of rockin' little tracks, let's kick into some Dirty Mouth. This is a group called Sunday at Noon out of Phoenix, Arizona, and they rock too. You're going to love this. Sunday at Noon, Dirty Mouth on IOL.
Oh, I don't let them get me down. Listen, I don't wanna hear about it. Talk until you get a fat lip, but they're always there to shoot me down. Pack my bags and skip the town. I just want some peace and quiet. If you knew just how frustrated I get, gossip with your dirty mouth. Word gets back to me, but I don't let him get me down. Walk out and you slam the door. Talking about whatever's fine. I hate the way you tell your savage lies. But they're always gonna get me down. I wish I'd run them out of town. That way the talking's always far away. Oh God, I think I heard another say. Like a tidal wave, but you'll always find me crawling back. The way you love me drives me mad. Let's talk about something else. Turn on the radio at 12. Ash a cigarette on me. I'm a sucker for your company.
This is Freeman, and I wanted to make sure that you tell everyone you know that they should be listening to this radio program. Indie Originals Live is the finest radio program in the history of radio. And I know these things. I've been around a long time. I'm about 120 years old. That's a true story. Look, when I was at the height of my movie career, Chuck Fresh was already picking the best music in the world. I have a lot of faith in this guy, and you should too. This is Indie Originals Live, featuring Chuck Fresh and Felicia.
Let's run away, we're getting out of here tonight. And who I was before I can't leave behind. And I don't care if anybody disapproves. I'm young in love and all I want is here with you. So how about we get lost, go until we're gone. I know this could be a bad idea. You're so beautiful, there's nowhere else to look. Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea, never felt so good. I don't care if it's a bad idea. Where's the fun in always acting like you should? Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea, never felt so good. We're driving fast, the wind is rushing through your hair. no cash, we're breathing in designer air. The night his eyes were howling up at the moon. I promise you, we ain't got nothing to lose. So how about we get lost, go until we're gone. I know this could be a bad idea. It's so beautiful, there's nowhere else to look. Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea never felt so good. I don't care if it's a bad idea. Where's the fun in always acting like you should? Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea never felt so good. Oh, this could be I don't care if we're now this could be a bad idea. Never felt so good. I know this could be a bad idea. It's so beautiful, there's nowhere else to look. Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea never felt so good. I don't care if it's a bad idea. Where's the fun in always acting like you should? Come along with me and take my hand. A bad idea never felt so good.
Maybe a bad idea. What a great song, man. Stephen Romero out of Los Angeles, California. And his song's called Bad Idea. Check it out. He's got his EP called, it was just a debut single. I'm not sure if his EP's out yet. But you can check him out on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Stephen Romero, spelled just like it sounds, right here in Indie Originals Live. Lots of great music coming up. Remember, we're here live on the airwaves all over the United States of America on, I think, 15, maybe a couple more radio stations. And you can always check out our podcast at www.indieoriginals.com. You can find us on Spotify, on iTunes, on, YouTube. I'm not even sure where we are. So many different places. I think we're on like 15 different podcast providers. But you can listen to our past 29 shows, including, again, if you're just getting started with us, make sure you listen to episodes number 17 and 18, the greatest hits, volume 1 and 2. And we're going to do another one of those coming up in a month or two, right after our IndieCon, the IndieCon Independent Artist Convention, which is happening in Central Florida on June 15th. And you'll be hearing a lot of those songs on this show coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you can check that out if you're an independent musician, author, filmmaker, dancer, choreographer. We don't care what. Check that competition out, and you can become an award-winning talent at www.indieoriginalslive.com. IndieOriginalsLive.com, spelled just like it sounds. So I just wanted to mention this one thing. I got this message last week. I got this email from somebody saying we don't play enough punk or shoegaze, which I aptly renamed shoegazi because I didn't even know shoegaze was a thing. So I said, yeah, it's not bad. It's cool music. You know, it's got real instruments. It fits all the qualifications, and it's indie. So we're out there searching for more shoegaze. I swear I'm going to rebrand this shoegazi, and everybody's going to go along with it because shoegazi sounds so much better than shoegaze. Not that that's what this next band is, but they're an alternative rock band from Binghamton, New York, formed in 2014. Just released their debut EP called Swing Devotion. The band's name is Molina, and this song is called Wasted Years. And is it shoegazi? Is it punk? I don't know. You decide. It's a great song, whatever it is. Wasted Years, Molina. This is Chuck Fresh on IOL.
I take what I want to take. We stay on if we can make it through the lines. I hate what I want to hate. Buzz around the bend.
This is Chuck Fresh from Indie Originals Live. You can hear this program every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, featuring the hottest independent music and artists from across the globe. I'm telling you, this music is definitely better than any of the nonsense you're going to hear on those other radio stations. Indie Originals Live every Friday at 9, only here on the AM/FM 24/7 Radio Network.
This is IOL.
Nice. A song called Squid by a group called Champion Electric on Indie Originals Live. We're here every Friday night, 9 to 10 p.m. on 15 radio stations all across the United States. This next band we're going to take you out with is called Melted Vinyl. And they're out of Los Angeles, California, doing the big rock and roll Southern California scene, making some trails out there, and you'll find out why. Check this out. This song is called Look to the Sky. This is Melted Vinyl. My name is Chuck Fresh, and thanks for listening to IOL.
IOL.